What happens when you realize that your peaceful and happy life is a facade and deep down inside you are longing to be somewhere else, longing for more? Can you take a risk and step out on a new adventure, or are you paralyzed by fear? Hello and welcome to the Sapiego channel. I am Bori, and in this video we are going to continue to discuss a typical self-discovery journey with the help of the amazing Disney movie Frozen 2 and via Elsa's journey in particular. We are going to look into the previously mentioned themes in the song Into the Unknown, which is the middle part of my 3-part Elsa's journey video series. If you don't know the song, listen to my cover version first and then come back to this reaction video. In the previous video, we've discussed the song Let It Go from the first Frozen movie, where Elsa breaks all her chains and ties, starts to accept who she is, and starts to learn to use her magic in a controlled, safe, and creative way. By the end of the first film, she learns that the key to all of this is to use her skills with the intention of pure love. It seems that Elsa has arrived to a happy and peaceful place. She is accepted and loved in her kingdom, and with Anna, Olaf, Kristoff, and Sven, she finally can create and live in an accepting and loving family. But, as it turns out, this seemingly perfect life situation is just the surface, because she starts to hear a voice, a calling.
I can hear you, but I won't. Some look for trouble while others don't. There's 1,000 reasons I should go about my day and ignore your whisper, which I wish would go away.
When you arrive to a good place in your life after a difficult period and you are living through a peaceful and happy period, the moment when you realize that you actually haven't arrived but you are called for more can be very scary. You've already changed your personality, your circumstances, and accomplished a lot, and you just want to rest for the rest of your life. Therefore, your first reaction is probably what Elsa does. You try to ignore the signs, pretend that you don't see them, in the hope that they just go away and you don't have to do anything. You can stay in your comfortable bubble and stay the same. Elsa also tries to resist the voice and the calling that the voice represents. She even tries to tell herself that this calling is just something that she made up in her mind and it's not real.
You're not a voice, you're just a ringing in my ear. And if I heard you, which I don't, I'm spoken for, I fear. Everyone I ever loved is here within these walls. I'm sorry, secret siren, but I'm blocking out your calls. I've had my adventure, I don't need something new.
Have you ever been in a situation when you said something, but deep down you knew that you were lying even to yourself? This is the exact same situation. Deep down you know the truth that you want to further expand yourself and discover what else you are capable of. But since your current situation is so comfortable, you don't want to face it. Therefore, you start to rationalize and come up with countless excuses why you should stay where you are. The problem is that you don't even understand clearly what is calling you. You just start to feel that you are meant for more, there is still growth ahead. You realize that where you are at the moment is still not where you need to be. And this can make you feel very uneasy, because your life is so peaceful and comfortable at the moment that you don't want to risk it.
I am afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown.
You're afraid to risk all of your achievements by starting a new self-discovery and growth cycle. You feel torn apart between your current peaceful life and that feeling of calling, because everything that stands ahead of you in your life is unknown and uncertain. And not knowing what is waiting for you can be frightening.
What do you want? 'Cause you've been keeping me awake. Are you here to distract me so I make a big mistake?
Basically, when you feel a calling, the only reason why you resist it is that you have a fear that you might lose everything that you currently have. Blinded by fear, initially you see the calling as a limitation, something that can ruin your life. You don't realize that by the end of your new journey, you might arrive to an even better place and can create even better circumstances for yourself and for your loved ones. Change and stepping out of your comfort zone is usually scary, even if you've done it a couple of times and already have practice in stepping out of your comfort zone. But the more times you step out of your comfort zone, the easier it becomes to do it again, and the less time you need to build up your courage to do it. Therefore, once you pass the initial resistance period, you finally start to admit to yourself that you are longing for more and you should follow your calling.
Or are you someone out there who's a little bit like me, who knows deep down I'm not where I'm meant to be? Every day is a little harder as I feel my power grow. Don't you know there's part of me that longs to go into the unknown?
You realize and finally accept that your development is not completed, but it is continuous. Acquiring and perfecting one skill opens up the path to learn new ones. There are new skills, new personality traits to be discovered, explored, unraveled, and developed. Comfortable life and loving relations and all, you are not fulfilled where you are, and it would be a shame to stay in a stagnant state. As this feeling grows, so does your longing to discover more and more of your capabilities. You might also have a feeling that you are connected to something greater than you, and that's what's calling you. This is not just about your growth, but what you could achieve might have a ripple effect and a greater impact. You start to feel excited about the possibility of the future growth and what can come out of it. For example, for me, the idea of starting this YouTube channel was extremely scary at first. I am an introvert, therefore I felt very uncomfortable by the idea of putting my face and the thoughts out to the whole world. Also, English is not my native language, therefore my pool of words, phrases, expressions are limited, and I'm sure that I make a lot of grammar mistakes as well, and I also have a strong accent. So, while the direction of the channel was unclear and just forming, I battled with all my insecurities. But when it finally clicked in me that I wanted to base the channel on music and I wanted to sing songs, everything changed. My calling became stronger than my insecurities and excuses. I felt the longing to make it happen. I started to dream about a channel where I can do the thing that I love the most in the world, which is singing, and I can entertain, inspire, and help all of you who want to connect with my message. I also started to dream about finding a good agent to have the opportunity to collaborate with the amazing artists and musicians who write and perform these songs, or invite them to the channel to discuss the songs with them. If you support my dream, please help make it come true by liking this video and sharing your thoughts in the comments, subscribing to the channel to help it grow, and hitting the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. Thank you very much for your help. I really appreciate you. Out there, do you know me? Can you feel me? Can you show me? As you finally give in to your calling and start to follow it, you can feel the joy and thrill of connecting with it and finding new ways of expressing yourself, pushing and developing forward. Now all the limiting thoughts are gone, and what remains is the sheer excitement of the new learning and expanding phase on your self-discovery journey. For example, regarding the Sapiego channel, I don't have any mental limitations anymore. I could successfully push through my insecurities and love the journey the video creation takes me on. It is exceptionally rewarding mentally and emotionally. The only limitation I have is financial, because creating the videos require a lot of money. Therefore, if you are enjoying this video and you find it valuable, please consider supporting the costs of the channel by becoming a patron. In return, you can vote for songs that you would like me to sing and react to, have early access to videos and behind-the-scenes materials. You can find the details on sapiego.com/patrons. I am really grateful for each and every one of you who are supporting me this way to be able to create more content for you.
Where are you going? Don't leave me alone. How do I follow you into the unknown?
Sometimes when you feel a calling, you feel that you are alone. You don't know how to start or where to turn to take your first step. You don't have a mentor to guide you through, to help you find your way. But you have to take your first step anyway. Which Elsa does, because by the end of this song she accesses capabilities in her powers that previously were hidden. As she progresses to a new level of using her abilities, she wakes up the spirits of the Northoldra forest. She connects with something in herself that was hidden before. And since she unlocked this new part in her powers, there is no going back, only forward. In real life, when you master a skill, let it be interpersonal skills, relationship skills, or vocational skills, you arrive to the next level in your maturity, and that level becomes the norm for you. You are happy at that level for a while, enjoying the confidence you gained. But after some time, you find new things that you are longing for. So you feel the need to set out on a new adventure, to transform and develop yourself even further. Why can't you just sit where you are and enjoy your achievements? Because a basic trait of human nature is the need for evolving constantly and ultimately finding your purpose and then mastering yourself within that purpose. This is where the next song on Elsa's journey takes us. So let's listen to Show Yourself and dive into the topic of uncovering your purpose in the next video. See you there.